Welcome back to the Adventures of Chris and Mike. In this episode, we're going to be visiting the historic Fort Meade Museum in Sturgis, South Dakota. Join us now as my good friend Chuck Rambo takes us on a tour of the historic Fort Meade Museum.
The room we just left is the 7th Cavalry Room. The room we're in now is our 4th Cavalry Room. The 4th Cavalry were here for the longest duration. The 7th Cavalry left in 1889, went back to Fort Riley, where they were initially formed in 1866. The 4th Cavalry arrived here in 1906. The 4th Cavalry were one of the last cavalry units to actually have horse regiments. My dad, Everett Rambo, was a private of the 4th Cavalry from 1928 to 1931, joined the 4th Cavalry at Fort Riley, Kansas, and was very proud of the fact that when he was here, the 4th Cavalry was entirely a horse unit, not as yet mechanized. But in 1938, the troops were mechanized. 1938, after the Long March of 1937, a march of better than 1,000 miles round trip down to Pole Mountain, Cheyenne, Wyoming. A march that proved the efficiency of the cavalry, because our 4th Cavalry were competing against the Colorado National Guard. And we found out where the Colorado National Guard headquarters were going to be. And so a troop of cavalry rode out encircling, going in a circle around and capturing the Colorado National Guard headquarters. When our 4th Cavalry captured the Colorado National Guard headquarters, it ended the exercise. The 4th Cavalry were confident that it proved the credibility, the viability of the cavalry in this day and age. Unfortunately, of course, in 1939, the following, 2 years hence, the Poles would use cavalry against the Panzer units of Hitler in Poland. And it was proven that the cavalry was certainly a thing of the past. After that cavalry ride, after arriving back here in 1937, our cavalry post gave up half of its horse troop. This is 1938. And they received Harley-Davidson and Indian motorcycles in place of the horses. In fact, many of the troopers preferred the motorcycles to the horses because when they had horses, the horse had a priority. The horse was more important than the trooper. If anything were to happen to the horse, the trooper could be court-martialed, literally. When they got their motorcycles, if anything happened to the motorcycle, a wrench would probably take care of it. In 1938, the Indian motorcycle dealer in Sturgis, a fellow by the name of Clarence Hoyle, made the most of the opportunity, try to improve business for his Indian motorcycle dealership by sponsoring hill climbs and races at the old fairgrounds at the west end of Sturgis. That was, in fact, 1938, the beginning of what is known now as the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. That brings in somewhere close to 600,000 people the second weekend or the second week of August.
Stay tuned for more episodes of the Adventures of Chris and Mike as we continue our tour with Chuck Rambo at the historic Fort Meade Museum. And please subscribe to my channel.